Baka naman, baka naman, baka naman. Hello everyone, welcome back to Baka naman.
Ay, si Pagod.
Si Pagod.
So, this is the show where we recap Drag Race, especially Drag Race Philippines from a Pinoy queer superfan lens. Kasi,
Baka naman pwede, diba?
so we're in a new setup again, just
Yes.
trying things out.
Constantly calculating, constantly evaluating.
Yes.
But we decided na, we kind of want a hybrid from the very fabulous, absolute setup we had during the first 3 episodes, but also still the audio exquisiteness of being with the Pod Network,
Yes,
Mama.
exactly. So we're kind of trying out this new lounge setup. It's
Correct.
giving me hosting challenge war flashbacks. Shut up.
So, at this time, again, if hindi nyo pa alam na we're doing the podcast for trauma porn, what is wrong with you?
I mean, you gotta have a flop era to have a good comeback era. I guess. I don't know, girl.
Alam mo, at this point, yung flop era mo, parang hindi na siya era. Parang, na siya, it's the new life.
Sabi ko nga, when I decided that it was my bottom era, I did not expect it to come into Drag Race.
Well, that is exactly what we are going to unpack because we are going to, sabi nga sa Race Chaser, dissect,
Disseminate,
and may isa pang tatlong di sa
digest.
Digest. Anyway,
Basta yon.
The fans will let us know what we missed out because they are super fans than us.
Yes.
But yes, episode 5 of Drag Race Philippines Season 3. First of all, Mix, palakpakan natin ang cast mo. That was an epic snatch game.
Honestly, alam nyo, this time around, in fairness, they were quite conservative with our running time for Snatch Game compared to the previous 2 seasons. Talagang sinagad-sagad nilang 30 minutes, no? Parang 20, 30
yes,
minutes.
Yes, iba, yes.
Snatch Game goes on for much longer than you all think. I think we had like somewhere between 5 to 7 questions, if I'm not mistaken, and we all had to answer. So, for how riotous it already was, from what you saw, mas malala pa siya. Mas marami pa kaming jokes na paulit-ulit na maganda na na-cut out. It's just like, alam mo, somewhere out there exists a 2-hour, 3-hour cut of Snatch Game. And I think a lot of people want that, but are we gonna get it? No, because you don't deserve nice things.
Release the Snyder Cut of Snatch Game Season 3. But, ayun na nga, let us get to the episode. So we start the episode with just, the whole cast trying to just process the aftermath of UD's voluntary exit. What do you remember from this moment? Because it was pretty somber, I think.
Girl, the filming period between episodes 3, 4, and 5, I'm just gonna say that. I'm not gonna disclose for how long that was. But for episodes 1 and 2, we kind of just like, we were ramping up Parang nag-iinit pa lang kami. Papunta pa lang tayo sa exciting part nun. 3, 4, and 5 was kind of just like the hit after hit after hit of this competition is getting real and it's getting to some of the girls.
Yes, and merong sinabi si Tita Baby, and I'm not sure if this was during that night na umalis si UD or the day after na parang I hope UD doesn't regret this.
Yeah.
Because I think it's all about that. It's about, you try to make a decision in the moment and hopefully, you roll the dice on what should be your best case scenario.
Yeah, I think that was kind of like the general sentiment of everyone na parang we understand why she left. We may or may not agree with her leaving, but parang at the end of the day, we all just wanted the best for our sister. And
Yes.
we hope na parang the choice settles with her well. And parang okay naman siya.
Parang okay naman siya now. Parang masaya naman siya na sobrang ang dami niyang followers now.
Correct.
Masaya naman siya sa buhay niya with Macduff Rice and Macduff Float.
Oo,
So,
masaya
parang
naman
okay
siya sa casually pulling out archive pieces niya.
Correct. Parang masaya naman siyang nagsusuot ng mga archival pieces habang nakaangka. So parang masaya naman
Girl.
sa'yo, Divota. Parang okay naman siya. So, and also you give your props to Maxi again for winning her second Rue badge.
Back-to-back.
Back-to-back in just 4 episodes.
Yun yung talaga parang, girl, she won, not just the fact that she was the first to win 2 Rue badges. She won 2 Rue badges back-to-back. 2 episodes in a row.
For the first time ever in Drag Race
Yes.
Philippines history. So, ganun po ka-epic si Maxi. So, palakpakan ulit natin si Maxi. Maraming salamat. At
Hinihintay pa rin
binigyan-
namin yung ambagan sa swimming. Chari.
Ang bakit sa swimming. And then it's
Kaya sabi niya mag-pledge siya ng 30K, di ba? Chika niya nga nung isang episode.
Oo nga, tama. So, wala na-immortalize ang soundbite na yun. So, mukhang kailangan niya ata ang mga
Pati yung
libre.
yung samgyup, chicken, pizza, milk, tiniver.
It's a new day in the workroom and then, meron kayong table talks. We're not gonna try to parang belabor
Yeah.
the heated exchange between Angel and Jaquin, but they had a lot to say to each other.
Yes, more than what made it on the edit. That table talk was quite a little bit longer than what you saw. They really got into it. Pick a side or don't.
Yes. And I think it really went on longer because my part, nagsimula siya katabi mo si Tita Baby and then nag-end yung buong sequence, kinakalma mo na si Jaquin. So parang feeling ko medyo mahaba
Girl,
yun.
one cut, I was behind parang sila Jaquin, sila
Yes.
Angel. Nabibigla ako na punta sa tabi ni Tita Baby sa kabilang side. And then may time na kami ng Tita Baby, nasa side ni Jaquin. Tapos bigla nasa tabi na ako ni Zimba, nasa likod ako ni Jaquin. As in parang, I
May
was
isang
all
part nga
over
doon
the
si
place.
Versex nandun na, tas nawala rin din siya sa cut.
Oo, tapos may part nga tumalon si Kiana uli sa table M.
Anyway, but it is what it is. I mean, eventually we see them kind of parang patch things up naman later
Yeah.
on the episode. And then we get to your mini challenge, which is the iconic 90s notebook cover na, I mean, eto ang tunay na fantasy.
Which, by the way, some of our makeups look really crazy kasi it's a quick drag challenge. I mean, not everyone looks great quick drag. I think I looked pretty decent the last time we did quick drag, but this time around I was like, let's go for 90s realism. Let's go for like pencil thin eyebrows and like bright blue metallic eyeshadow, and girl, I looked fucking crazy.
And I think, kailangan mong mag-have fun, sabi nga nila. And it looked like you just like went all the way with it.
For that photo shoot, we had provided props,
Uh-huh.
but I also have brought in a lot of props from like my things. That was a very fun photo shoot. Tas ang naalala ko dyan, sabi ko, during my take, I was like, pwede po bang jump shot before they even brought out the trampoline? So parang ako,
Wow.
when they brought out the trampoline, it gave me so much joy.
Again, pinroduce mo na naman yung mini challenge dahil gusto mo agad ng jump shot. Buti na
Yeah,
lang
because
merong
I'm such a
trampoline.
know-it-all.
Si Mix Chanel, know it all, pero flop pa rin. So what is the point of trying to know it all, right?
I tried to know it all, but I did not know it all.
Nakakatawa tong segment na to because I think everyone's just having fun. And then we see si Angel basically trying to tell BJ how to do his job. Tawang-tawa ako doon. It was tipong... And si BJ naman parang, nga, kailangan ko nga namang makinig kay Angel because si Angel yan. It was just really comedy gold.
Girl, Angel's personality.
Correct.
How well Angel's personality translates to TV. I think she's kind of like the runaway fan favorite, at least locally in terms of the Philippines. But I think she's also well beloved in the international
yes,
scene.
definitely.
Talaga, one of the fan favorites this
Yeah.
season.
And I guess ang pinakagusto ko kay Angel, and I think we sort of touched on this last week, is that because the worst has already happened to her
Oo.
during the start of the episode na parang she almost went home. So what is there to lose moving forward? And I think it's kind of like a great juxtaposition na parang we're seeing Angel just like really, really have fun. And then pag kinumpare mo siya sa edit mo or what is happening to you right now sa Drag Race na parang trying to maybe be stiff and trying to be calculating. It's just, I think if you notice that, parang feeling ko lang, it's one of the reasons why sobrang saya panoorin ni Angel.
For me, the best and worst happened back to back. So like,
That is true.
I was very much like, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen next. I was on my toes the entire season. I was like, if they can take me from being the winner of the challenge into like lip syncing for literally my life for the first elimination the next episode, I was
Anything
really
can
just
happen.
like,
Bahala.
makatulog.
Roller coaster ba ka mo? And then we find out that Kiana wins the mini challenge. And I think nung pinakita naman yung artwork nung kanyang notebook cover, deserve naman dahil ang dami niyang binigay na options.
I mean, when we were in the room, we only saw Kiana's notebook cover nung na-announce siya as a winner. We did not see ours. Aside from her great projection and great facial expression, I think the color palette of Kiana's look really brought her
Yes.
forward in the
Yes.
challenge. Kasi talaga ang sarap sa mata nung notebook cover niya.
The look they were trying to reference because yung mga notebook na yon, they were some of like the weirdest poses. Like, may Julina lang. So, ilalagay natin yun dito. Ilagay natin sa editor. Pakibigay po ang mga reference materials.
Bigyan natin sila ng options.
Correct. And then, after ma-declare ni Kiana as the winner of the challenge, we find out that you guys are going to play the Snatch Game! Na to be fair, again, as a know-it-all super fan, sa Rumail pa lang, nilagay yung soundbite mo saying, oh my God, is it the Snatch Game? Oh my God, is it the Snatch Game?
Girl, patikim siya eh. It's like, it gives you a glimpse of what to expect for that episode. And then whenever I pick up on a keyword, parang, ano to? Anong challenge? Snatch game? Oh my God. Are we gonna act today? As in, ganun talaga ako every time.
Constantly calculating. So guys, I'm telling you, hindi lang po siya ganyan sa show, ganyan po siya in real life.
Mama, the thing is, like, people always clock me for overthinking. And I'm like, I love overthinking. I don't know how to underthink. I guess that's my weakness. I don't know how to underthink.
You don't know how to underthink, but you do know how to underperform.
Not in all areas.
So, and then, nagkagulo ang mga bading dahil Snatch Game na nga. And then, I love it na we got to the table talk again right away because you got to share the character. So, immediately we find out na si Jay Quinn will do Confucius. And then, I think Tita Baby also revealed during this segment that she was going to do Kamatayan. And then, the whole conversation of sino yung backup characters nyo, I think, happened. And this is when the Rufa May Quinto of it all
Yes.
came into play. So, do share with our constituents that part.
Okay, so, for example, yung kay Tita Baby, kaya siya yung picture ni Enrile. One of her backup characters si Enrile. Or one of her, like, choices for her characters was Enrile. For me, because I was kind of over it hearing you're too serious all the time at that point. Eh, ang main character na baon ko, and na we workshopped a lot, yung mas parang finocus. Yes, you.
Ako!
Yung mas finocus namin na character to prepare for me was Miriam Defensor Santiago. And alam ko naman, it was quite a brave choice to do Miriam Defensor Santiago in front of John Santos. But that was really the character, at least coming into like preparing for the show, that was the character that I had my heart set on. I had more prop gags ready. I had more punchlines ready for Miriam. Rufa May was my backup. Parang if all else fails, it's better to come prepared than to not, diba? So
Or it's just better to come.
Yes. Charot. I brought in Rufa May as a backup. As in parang just so. And in that moment, you know, after having been in the bottom for 2 weeks straight, I was really just like, they want me to loosen up. They want me to start having more fun. So I went for a character that was more on the loosey-goosey side.
Correct.
Rather than picking my first choice. And do I regret it? Not really, no.
Yeah, because I think, you know, of course, anything could happen.
Yes.
It's a game of sliding doors.
It could have gone either way.
Correct. Kasi diba, if you went for Miriam Defensor,
baka makuha ko na naman. Calculated ka na naman.
for
Serious
all
ka na
you know,
naman.
it was because you chose Rufa May that they actually saved you because the judges basically realized, oh, Mix is listening, so it might not have paid off, but I think she's on to something that we've been telling her for the past week.
Yes.
So,
And we've been having walkthroughs for the entire season, but I think
Yes.
it's the first time na actually nasama sa edit yung walkthrough. But I did have a walkthrough with Mama Pao and John Santos.
Okay.
And I did, nilatag ko sa kanila yung dilemma ko in the moment of which character to choose. Na parang sabi ko, mas prepared ako dito. Ito yung mas gusto ko talaga na character. But then, you know, wanting to take in the critiques that I'm being given, I'm being pulled in this other direction of
Tama.
Rufa May.
Yeah.
And in that moment, they were really like, it could go either way for you.
Correct.
As in, they did not steer me in either direction. As in,
Okay.
they left the decision up to me. And the choice was, well, a choice.
you know what? We'll talk about that in a bit. But basically, we find out ng other choices ng mga tao. We have Angel as Maria Clara na can I just say, yung walkthrough niya with John Santos and Mama Pao, again, Angel milking every moment. And then, ang confessional pa nilagay doon was that, alam nyo tayo kasi nakakalimutan na natin ang ating kasaysayan.
Yes.
Katulad ng mga Noli Me Tangere, El Filibusterismo.
Yes.
Nakakatawa lang because yung ni-reference niya were basically some of the parang low-hanging fruits of like history books, history or literature. Para akala ko meron siyang gagawin na deep cut reference. Tapos biglang, oh hindi, Nolly at Philly lang. It was so
Girl,
funny.
sometimes the low-hanging fruit is still juicy.
Correct. Sometimes the low-hanging fruit is still a fruit. And then we officially play the Snatch Game at ang Snatch Game of Love. Ang Snatch natin, basically we have John Santos and we have
Kyle Echari.
Kyle Pink Utong Echari.
No, by the way, just like a little tidbit, sobrang timely nung Kyle Echari kasi On the way to our studio every day, I'm
Aha.
not gonna mention which one. Basta may nadadaanan kaming billboard lagi ni Kyla Chari. And every time nadadaanan namin billboard ni Kyla Chari, nagwawala si Angel sa van. Minsan kinakausap niya na parang, good morning, babe. Ginaganon niya. So nung nakita namin, as in kaming lahat, pagkapasok pa lang sa Snatch Game set, and we saw Kyle there, we were like, oh my God, magwawala si Angel. Ang order namin ng pagpasok is like from the end, yung pinakadulong side nila, J. Queen and Zimba, papunta kay Angel. So Angel was kind of like
The last.
one of the last to come in.
Oh my God.
Girl, na out of character. Pumasok kami para ano na kami, parang medyo in character, in game na kaming lahat.
Correct.
Parang nag-banter na kami backstage in our characters. Pagdating dun, basag yung character ni Angel kasi nakita niya si Kyle. Girl.
Gusto agad maghubad ni Maria Clara, 'di ba? Hindi pa
Girl.
hindi pa
Kaya-
nag-action. But okay, so let's get into the Snatch Game of it all. So from the top row, from left to right, we have John Fideliaga as Angel Locsin. We have Maxi as
Bob,
as
babae
sa Balete
of Balete Drive.
/ White Lady. We also have Mix Chanel as the second coming / demise of Rufa May Quinto. And then we have sa pinakadulo, Confucius played by J. Quinn. And then sa bottom
Sa
row,
baba, we have Kiana as Baron Geisler, Angel as Maria Clara, we have Tita Baby as Kamatayan, we have Popstar Bench as Sarah G, and we have Zimba as Wilma Doesn't Pa Rin.
and you know what Wilma doesn't do? Ina nung confessional na yun. Nakakatawa. Magkatabi tayo sa viewing party nung siningit yung confessional like 4 seconds. You know what Wilma doesn't do? She doesn't give. Sabi nung editors, medyo itatago ka namin ng kaunti sa episode na to, but we will make sure to remind people that you are still somewhat unlikable.
You know what? We're asked questions and I answer.
And you know what? You ate that. You ate that line.
But the thing is, I'm not the only one that gave a doesn't soundbite.
I'm sure.
Me, Maxi, and Bench all made it into the edit na lahat kami may
mga
doesn't something.
Correct. But I love it. I think feeling ko, again, there is a Snyder cut of all the doesn't lines from every queen in this episode. Release the full 3-hour version of episode 5.
This
Who
Snatch
do we have to
game-
pay?
This Snatch Game was really like a Snatch Game of epic proportions.
Correct.
Isa lang yung napakitang scene na nagwawala kaming lahat.
Correct.
But basically, the entire time, nagwawala kami. Meron pa kaming like, Udipota jokes that didn't make it the cut. We had verse sex jokes that didn't make the cut. We had yung ginamit ni Angel na telephone yung salamin that was only seen in the deliberations.
Correct. Kaya nga That was weird.
We
Yeah.
had so many
Oh
group
my God.
inside jokes that didn't make the cut. I think kasi, well, for story purposes, for the
Yes.
show purposes, they had to highlight certain moments of certain queens that, justify their positions.
Correct.
So, hindi na masyado na-focus yung group dynamic, but we had so many more group jokes.
Correct. Anytime you remember anything, feel free to share as long as it doesn't make you labag your NDA. Okay? So mag-start tayo from the top. Angel Locsin ni John Fideliaga. Okay, so how am I going to evaluate the Snatch Game? So I think the Snatch Game is not just really an improv challenge. I think personally, as a comedian, I think it's a hybrid of improv and stand-up informed jokes in the sense that you have to write jokes.
Yes.
Diba?
Basically, it's like, when you answer, it's kind of like a little bit of a stand-up skit.
Correct. So that's how I'm going to evaluate it. So first of all, John Fideliaga, Angel Locsin, the voice on lock, the physicality I think is on lock. Nakuha ni John yon. But I think yung genius ni John really came from the fact na maybe on paper Angel Locsin was not parang the Snatch Game friendliest character, but what
She doesn't have the most bombastic personality.
correct. But John, with a reference, was so masterful, and I think kaya sobrang ganda nung nakuha nating performance from John is because nakita natin na
Oo.
sobrang fan talaga siya ni Angel Locsin.
I think what we can kind of like, the grading scale that we can kind of give our group at least is whether a person's act is leaning more towards independent improv or group dynamics. Para
Correct.
medyo mas ganun nakita ko eh.
Correct, correct.
We're all along that scale.
Correct.
And John's was, I think, she had moments of really great group dynamics.
Mhm.
But I think John was really more masterful in the independent improv.
Correct, definitely. And also, I think we'll talk about this later in terms of like the relationship of the performance with the placement of the queens, because I think as a performer, that is your playground. And later I want to compare basically what Angel, Tita Baby, and John did as we move on. Pero grabe yung reference, yung Lobo, yung Mulawin, tapos yung Nicole is from which movie?
Yung sa kanila ni Maha.
We will put it there because, you know, that's what post-production is for. Grabe yung ginawa ni John. And sobrang charismatic. I think John always brings the charisma in every challenge that you do. And I think that's an underreported story na medyo yun yung secret ingredient talaga ni John as to why everything is just so, so good.
She really broke out of her shell after episode 2 and has really been like such a force. Such a force in the competition for the past 3 episodes.
Correct. Up next, we have Maxi as Bob. Nakatabi mo. How was that like? Nakatabi mo yung white lady na yun?
Another thing na hindi masyado nakikita is while everyone else is answering, we're all listening. We're all, you know, parang waiting, parang can we punctuate this? But we all did have our little moment. Yung parang small, quiet interactions. Parang, ano yun, may mga moments kami ni Maxi na kaming tatlo ni John sa likod na parang, pag nakikita namin siya, tapos nakikita namin siya, alam mo may ganung parang, hala, paano mo ko nakikita? May ganun eh. Maxi was a really good support player.
Correct. And I think,
the Snatch Game.
ang pinakamagandang ginawa ni Maxi was, I think, Maxi just came in with like maybe parang 3-5 bullet points as to how the character is going to be, where the character is going to go. Pero ang pinakamagaling na ginawa niya is
relating to everyone else.
Correct. And then how relating to everyone else actually helped Maxi build the character even further. Kasi nakita natin na dinideepen niya yung characterization of the character on the spot, with the white lady being able to relate to everyone else.
Correct.
The way that Maxi grabbed the opportunity to be yung secretary ni Kamatayan was, I think, such a great move because it ultimately led to more winning choices during the Snatch Game.
Yes, and I think ang pinaka-testament dyan yung parang I had a joke that was so-so, but it was the part 1, part 2, and then part 3, part 4, and then part 5, part 6 ni John.
Correct.
What I really remember, as in my biggest takeaway from the Snatch Game, is I was just very happy to be there. I was very to have been part of it. I may not have had the best performance, but in terms of like how it felt in the room with the group, ang saya naming lahat.
Yeah, it looked like you guys were having fun. Up next, we have Mix Chanel as Rufa May Quinto. I mean, first of all, syempre nung una mong joke, nung intros pa lang, nag-land agad. Natuwa ako, pero nandun ako sa part na masyado ka rin talagang advance minsan, no? Kasi unang joke mo palang nag-call back ka na agad doon sa sinabi ni John Santos. Parang gusto ko sabihin sa'yo, dear, kalma lang. I mean, buti nag-land, but that was really the best part of your Snatch Game.
Maybe it's just my rose-colored glasses, but I do remember doing quite well at the first part ng Snatch Game. Like the first couple questions, I answered really well. And then eventually I was grasping at straws to find an answer. Kasi, I mean, truth be told, it wasn't my most prepared character. I was basically improving my way through the whole thing. For me kasi, I picked Rufa May character kasi she's very comfortable for me. Childhood icon ko siya. As in, for me, ang national hero natin ay si Super B. Parang for me, my choices were between a character I was prepared and studied for, or a character na parang vibes.
Correct.
And I picked a character na vibes. And the vibes eventually stopped vibing.
But I mean, it is what it is. In-explain mo na kanina, I definitely think na you definitely were the clear bottom 3 depending on your preference. I think it could also have been safe, but thank God you live to slay another day.
And that's what matters.
Correct. That is what matters.
Paumanhin na po sa mga apologists. Hirap na po kayong i-defend ako for 3 weeks now. Babawi ako soon, promise.
Tingnan natin kung totoo. Kasi baka hindi eh. Kasi sinabi, di ba, hindi natin alam kung ganun ka ba talaga ka self-aware. Pero sinabi ko nga sa viewing party, ang hirap mong i-defend. 3 linggo ka lang nasa bottom. Paano kita ipagtatanggol sa mga taong binubunot ka online?
To be fair, minsan hindi ko na rin napagtatanggol sarili ko. Charot!
And then we move on to Jay Quinn as Confucius. Strong start as well.
A very, very, very strong characterization, a strong character choice. She went in there as in like the fully realized character, but her biggest critiques were she did not have a lot of punchlines at the ready.
Correct. Yes, so I think nakita rin natin nag-flatline agad, but I think yun din yung mahirap kasi if sa Snatch Game, pag nag-flatline ka and you're trying to maintain a voice, you're trying to maintain a character, you can easily parang go into that really weird, depressing rabbit hole of parang, oh my God, how am I gonna get out of this rut and just give more comedic
Yes.
moments?
And I think what didn't help her too is that she was on the complete opposite end of where the energy center of the Snatch Game
Correct.
was. Which we'll get in like 2 more people.
Correct.
So on the bottom row, we have Kiana as Baron Geisler. We have Angel as Maria Clara. We have Tita Baby as Mamatayan or Kamatayan. And then we have Popstar Bench, of course, as the Sarah Geronimo. And Zimbading as Wilma Doesn't Pa Rin.
And then we move on to the bottom row. Let's start with Kiana as Baron Geisler. First of all, I mean,
Chameleon.
grab. Siya ata ang Meryl Streep of drag. Kasi sobrang galing ni Kiana. The references were all there. Pero it didn't feel like, oh my God, kailangan ko nang mabigay itong reference na to para it's out of the way. Every reference was well-earned. The voice was there. Baron Geisler was relating to everybody in the room. I think easily, I was kind of expecting Kiana to be on top this week.
What I remember from Kiana's performance is yung mga sagot niya weren't always well connected to the question.
Aha.
The way na pininindigan niya eh. Parang, this answer might not relate to the question, but it relates to my character. And with this answer, I will deliver more of my character is kind of like the technique, the route that she did.
Correct.
I think in terms of the scale that we were talking about, I think Kiana also was a bit more leaning to the independent play, but she also bantered really well, at least from like what we saw with Maria
Angel.
Clara with Angel.
Correct. My favorite moment from Kiana would have to be yung opening banter niya with Mama Pao na parang saksakan ka ba? Because kita mo yung nauga si Mama Pao na parang, oh my God, paano ko ba sagutin to? Paano ko to i-yes? And nakita mo yung weird parang 10 seconds na parang, oh, kailangan ko nga palang sakyan to. Because nakakatakot talaga yung delivery ni Kiana.
Which, by the way, underreported again in the edit, Mama Pao was such a helpful 10th player in this Snatch Game.
I love that. And I think also people online have been saying now, finally we're feeling or we're seeing sa edit that Mama Pao is volleying with everyone, trying to just make everybody shine.
And it's not just a volley, it's she punctuated everyone well. She punctuated everyone in a way that makes your answer look good or at least parang like salvages it.
Correct. And you know, nagbibigay siya ng prompts. Like, kunyari, yung sa'yo, like, kailan lalabas yung Buba 2? I think those are just like, thank you, Mama Pao. I mean, apart from the amazing fashion so far, thank you so much for just, you know, being so mother.
Correct.
Up next, we have the winner of this week's challenge, Maria Clara. I mean, what else is there to say? It was just
Angel bulldozed that Snatch Game.
Angel bulldoze at Snatch Game. And again, ang favorite part ko rin is because kita nating nag-e-enjoy si Angel. Damang-dama natin yung euphoria of Angel just being in the Snatch Game.
In terms of like the scale, she's really more on the banter side eh. Kasi parang the characterization was not the most like fleshed out character. She went from this dalagang Filipina to like slowly transitioning into unhinged Angel mode. But I mean, Snatch Game, what we've seen, we've been talking about this the past few seasons, that Snatch Game is no longer solely about the character eh.
Or impersonation,
it's really, it's not about the impersonation. It's really about bantering. It's about playing.
Correct.
And that is what Angel did really well.
Yes.
And that's why kaya nga I think it was in the table talk or in the confessional parang we all really gave Angel her props kasi she brightened up the as she has been doing all season long.
Yes.
Especially sa mga backstage banter na hindi nyo nakikita. Angel's been brightening up the room, and in that Snatch Game she was a shining light.
And I think, you know, you've been referencing this the past few episodes na parang Angel is the light of the room, is really kind of like that soft, hearty center of this ensemble. And I think Snatch Game was able to really bring that at full display. Really also great choices from Angel. Yung sinabi niyang, nandito ako sa inyong pahayag na Drag Race Philippines. Clack ng fan, work. Oh my God. I just love jokes that
Very
are
clever.
short efficient, and deliver the point. Parang in just that line, alam natin na, ito yung sinasabi ni Angel that she was gonna put Maria Clara into the modern world and give it a modern take. In just that first delivery, I think she already hit a home run.
And I think what really helped Angel's performance is andun yung inspiration niya. Andun yung crush niya si Kyle Echari.
Correct. And nakakatawa rin because ang ganda rin ng escalation ni Angel eh. 'Di ba? Na parang nung una parang nainit-initan muna siya, tapos slowly but surely nagtatanggal na siya ng damit niya, and then nung hindi niya kinaya, naghubad na talaga siya. And then just the last third of that snatch game with Angel just, I think, spontaneously combusting because yung crush niya is just across from her.
At nagpakita ng utong.
Correct. Nagpakita ng utong. I mean,
that scene that has become its own meme.
Correct.
Nagpakita si Kai, lahat kami nagwala. As in, girl, alam mo yung ang ganda niyang group scene, pero if you look at what each character was doing independently,
correct,
nakakatawa din siya.
Everybody was in character. Like, ikaw, bumububay ka, tapos si kamatayan, parang hindi niya alam, oh my God.
Si Baron, guys, lalo nakatayo sa upuan na nagpapakita ng brief lang.
Gustong-gusto ang pink na utong ni Kyle Echari. Ganun po ka-epic. But, I guess, if you can remember, ano yung parang play-by-play. Tama ba yung sports reference? I don't play basketball. I just like men who play basketball. Ano yung play-by-play nun before it led to that really epic frame that we saw?
Well, thank you so much, courtside reporter Baus. No, as in, it happened how it happened. Na as in parang suddenly, nag-pull out ng utong reference si Kyle. Tapos, syempre, si Mama Paus, kagat naman siya, sagot naman siya, sige nga, pakita mo nga. Tapos, syempre, parang una pa lang, oh my God, gagawin niya ba? Tapos, nung ginawa niya, we were halfway into the competition. We hadn't seen other men in a long time. And I think it was just like a moment of sweet salvation.
Yeah, I mean, like, seeing a pink nipple really does that to you.
Seeing another person getting naked in front of you after how long? Parang...
yeah, Angel.
Alam mo yung hindi ko crush si Kyle Echari, pero in that moment, he could get it.
Well, hindi nyo pwedeng agawin si Kyle kay Angel dahil kay Angel siya, okay? And then let's move on to Tita Baby as kamatayan. Na personally, after watching the episode again, I think Tita Baby for me was my favorite sa Snatch Game. And I think a big part of that is yung pagkalagay kay Tita Baby doon sa blocking ng Snatch Game. Nilagay siya sa baba, sa gitna. Literally mukhang siya yung anchor. So I think as a performer, what that does to you is that you just get to receive all the brilliance of everybody who is being brilliant because of course Mix Chanel is not part of that group. But you get to receive all the brilliance of everyone giving offers, and you get to also volley. Ay, sorry. I snuck in some shade in there, but I mean, that's really the...
You know what? I'll take that. Sure. But yeah, I think what Tita Baby did really well is she was in the perfect middle of the group. And on the scale that we're talking about, she was in the perfect middle because Tita Baby had more side businesses as kamatayan.
Correct.
Nakita lang natin yung Guadalupe Beauty Parlor. She had like 3 or 4 more pamphlets brought out in the Snatch Game.
Ba't nangre-recruit ata siya ng debotos niya?
Oo, so ayun, meron siyang really, really strong character, really strong independent play. Meron siya nung prop nung buto, meron siya nung prop nung scythe. And then, yung banter nila ni Maxi, na naging tag team sila, na
brilliant.
Secretary niya si babae sa Baleta Drive. And then her really good banter with everyone else. As in, Tita Baby was such a great, like a masterful Snatch Game player.
Correct. And marami siyang prop gags, but again, nung nilabas niya yung prop gags, they were well earned. The first one, nung kinuha niya si Sarah G, yung kanyang pangkuha nung patay, yun pa lang, oh my God, it was so good. Pero for me, ang pinakamagaling na ginawa ni Tita Baby was nung nauulol na kayong lahat doon sa utong ni Kyle Echari, Tita Baby was like a ninja, an improv assassin, a thief in the night. Hinintay niyang matapos kayong maulol kasi ready siyang ipakita yung kanyang pink breast whatever. Because sabi niya, akala niyo moment yun tong lahat Hindi. Akin to. Ako ang magpapunctuate ng moment na to. And, oh my God, seeing that, it was just like, ang galing.
If Angel was like the best at bantering with everyone, at bringing everyone's performance up, Tita Baby was like one of the best solo performers, but also like the best group performer.
Yeah. And nakakatawa because, I mean, pun intended, nakita natin yung killer instincts ni Tita Baby here. kaya ako natuwa. Alam mo siya yung tita na parang, yes, parang sinasabi na bakit ka tumataba pero deep down love ka niya. Pero I think nakita natin dito yung artist with the killer instincts ready to just annihilate competition. And I love that.
This episode was the redemption episode of the girls that were in the bottom 2 ng episode 2.
Oh my God, yes!
Angel and Tita Baby are in the bottom na episode 2 and now they are like shining above and beyond in this Snatch Game. And what I've been hearing people say is that our season, the post-prod team, did a really good job at storytelling. Ito yung one of those payoffs.
Yep. I'm sure the producers and the writers nung sobrang galing ni Angel sa kanila Tita Baby, oh my God, tayo na, we deserve an Emmy. Kasi talaga, it just paid off. Like, oh my God, amazing.
Ako kailan kaya yung payoff ko?
Ang tanong, magkaka-payoff? Baka hindi. Baka sa ibang competition show ka dapat ata, dear.
Asali ako sa Biggest Loser.
And then we get to Popstar Bench as Sarah Geronimo. I don't know, I think it could have been more. It could have been better. I think it was just nalamon siya of all the great performances happening. I could see Bench try though, 'di ba? But I think nothing stuck the landing.
Ang approach ni Bench was really like to be the mahinhin Sarah G and then lagyan niya ng bale and then biglang bali uli na parang, oh my God, sorry po Mama Divine.
Correct.
May ganun siya. And
correct, yeah.
That was a running theme for her Snatch Game performance.
I think I saw that, but I think also maybe like as an improviser, I think eventually the transformation has to happen. So parang if the character is stuck in a dilemma the whole time, ultimately you're kind of parang setting yourself to fail.
Well, pahubad na rin siya nung Kyle Charison. So, I mean...
Baka mapunta na siya doon no? Oo. And then we get Zimbading as Wilma Doesn't Give. Okay, I mean, as a comedian, okay, and as an improviser, I don't want to kind of name Zimba as the worst one or as the worst performing sa Snatch Game because I saw Zimba try so many times. It was just that nothing landed and I really felt for her because we saw someone, nakita mo yung passion niya and yung dedication niya to redeem her mom, to redeem her drag family. It's just unfortunately, it was just not her day.
Yeah, yung call out sa kanya ni Mama Pao na there were a lot of appearance-related jokes to Wilma Doesn't. I think kasi, like me, it was like a matter of character choice. But for her kasi Wilma Doesn't, she's not really in the current zeitgeist.
Correct.
Oh, zeitgeist. So, she's not really in the current like mainstream right now. And we don't know a lot about her personality aside from she's medyo di ba? Parang medyo mabunga nga siya, medyo like quirky personality na siya. But we don't know enough about Wilma Doesn't and which could have been
the opportunity.
Sometimes it's an opportunity, but I think this time around because we don't know much about her, Zimba also did not have a lot of bala aside from how she looks, which was not the best humor.
Correct. I think it could have used some editing na parang, you know what, medyo magiging offensive to, parang hindi ata ito dapat yung route. If you want this to be like a love letter to Wilma Doesn't, then you might have needed to take another route. But it is what it is. We'll just end it there.
So, I guess on that note, we will be taking our break. And when we come back for our break, we will be having a very special guest joining us for the runway portion of this episode.
We have the one and only Minty Fresh. Okay, we are back sa ating episode 5 recap of Drag Race Philippines Season 3. And of course, meron kaming double feature sa inyo. So, meron kaming in-invite na kapareho ni Mix na nanalo ng ball, kapareho ni Mix na nag-flop sa Snatch Game.
Oh my God! I have to... Girl! So kaya mo ba siya kinuha for today? Para lang malabas yung punchline mo na yan.
Please welcome Minty Fresh.
Hi, Baos. Hi, Min.
Hello, sis.
So, kamusta ka naman, Min?
Akala ko in-invite niya ako dito dahil ang galing-galing ko sa Snatch. Just ready na akong mag-comment about sa Snatch Game ng Season 3 dahil sobrang galing ko nung season namin.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
okay, mahal na
thank
mahal
you,
ka
thank
namin.
you.
Of course, we're going to recap the runway later, but I guess overall thoughts, how are you liking Season 3 so far?
Alam mo, naging fanay talaga ako. Hindi na ako parang Rugirl sister ng cast. Parang every week, binaabangan ko talaga. As in, nakaka-excite.
So, sinasabi mo bang for Season 2 hindi mo ginawa yon?
Hindi ko rin na-experience sa Season 2. Hindi ko na pinanood eh. Charis lang. Diba? Parang,
But what have been some of your favorite moments sa season 3 so far?
sobrang dami. Alam mo, ngayon, unang pumasok sa isip ko, yung mga experiences ni Tita Baby na sinishare.
Yes.
Like, naiiyak ako every time. Napapaiyak ako ni Tita Baby.
Oh, see, confirming guys, may puso po si Minty Fresh. Okay.
Siyempre, acting challenge na. Nare-ready ko na rin yung Charis lang.
Warm up na yon for All Stars.
Hindi, ang galing talaga. Ay, grabe yung editing kasi this season.
Correct.
Parang na-perfect na. So parang, ayun, talagang as a funny.
Nainggit ka ba na sana gano'n yung editing?
Sana may filter kami. Para hindi nakikita yung mga chismis.
Actually, salamat po sa filter ng mga lace ng bakla. Napansin ko din yun.
Pero dun sa challenge mo last week, hindi nila nilagyan ng filter ang lace.
Kasi nga bottom episode ko yon ulit. Part 2. Ito yung part 3.
And then in terms of looks, what are some of the looks na natuwa ka? We already have 4 episodes before this one.
Lalayo pa ba tayo yung Dragonfly ni Mix? Minessage ko siya nung pagkita
Actually,
ko.
oo. Natouch ako dun sa'yo, sis.
Grabe, ang ganda. Kasi, pati yung, alam mo yung, eto ha, gusto ko lang sabihin sa'yo, yung mug ni Mix, isa sa pinakamaganda sa buong community ng mga Ru Girls ngayon sa Pilipinas.
Fresh top spot, natikman mo na ba?
Kasi medyo naiinis na nga ako eh. Kasi dati ako lang to eh. Tapos ngayon may Mix Chanel na, may Jades.
Alam nyo na pag nawala ako bigla
Siya po ang may kasalanan, pinadampot po ni Minty Fresh.
Grabe.
And then, of course, we saw naman that, you and Ver are on the path to recovery and
sa
rekindling
mga
already.
nakapanood po ng Inspection with
Correct.
Precious Paula Nicole.
Correct. Anong masasabi mo sa naging run ng iyong very, very close friend?
Ayun, nagkabati na kami ni Ver, diba? Kasi nasa ako ngayon nasa congeniality era. So, parang,
May iba na.
yes, parang gusto kong patunayan na ako dapat yung nanalo ng Miss Congeniality. Na-rob ako doon. Lagi na ako na-rob noong season namin. Yung with Ver, in-expect ko naman na magiging iconic siya. Marami siyang mga quotable quotes. In-expect ko na yan sa kanya. Kasi yung totoong Ver, I mean, hindi ko sinasabing fake yung pinakita niya. Pero yung, if you know her deeply, parang, alam mo talagang kalaruan siya eh. Marami siyang mga one-liner, mga lines na talagang nakakatawa, ganyan, na feeling ko yun yung nabigay niya sa tao.
I love it. And I think kaya mahal na mahal siya ng tao ngayon.
Yes.
But anyway, let's get into the runway. Pero overall thoughts sa Snatch Game, kanino ka pinaka nauga?
Grabe yung Snatch Game na to. The best talaga. Tsaka parang pag pinanood mo siya, hindi mo alam kung sino mananalo eh. 'Di ba? Parang ang daming pwedeng manalo. Parang sa runway na lang magkakatalo. Pero ang personal favorites ko si Tita Baby, si Angel, and yung isang Angel Locsin. Yes.
So I think deserve naman nila yung high placement.
Correct.
But yes, let us get into the runway. Unahin muna natin si...
Mama Pao with this parang woven fabric. As in, para siyang tasteful basahan.
Yes.
Yung woven basahan. Pero ang ganda ng pagkaka-pattern ng fabric. Tapos with the big, parang asymmetrical mermaid ruffle kineso. Thoughts?
Malapit sa puso ko ang mga basahan. Kaya gusto ko tong look na to sa kanya. Tsaka yung red hair talagang the best hair color for Mama Pao, for me.
Correct.
No?
And I mean, ang ganda-ganda lang talaga yan dito. Especially yung accessory dito sa neck. It's tipong siya po talaga ang dalagang Pilipina.
Correct. Sa red hair, lumalabas yung pagkamestiza niya, pero lumalabas pa rin yung parang kulay ng skin. Hindi siya masyadong maputla tingnan.
Okay.
At saka yung mug niya this season, parang na-realize niya na yung pinakabagay sa kanya.
Oo.
And how would you describe that mug? I guess because, makeup artist ka and a few technical explanation versus like yung previous
Na-pressure
season.
naman
Ay,
ako
sorry
sa
po.
Hindi, I mean, mas malinis ngayon. Mas malinis, mas mas angkop sa features niya.
Okay.
Ganon.
Pero nung season 1, papansin ko sa kanya, Angelina Jolie pa siya.
Tsaka experimental siya nung season namin. Parang ang dami niyang tinatry.
Isa sa mga favorites kasi na ni Mama Pao, napansin ko, Angelina Jolie, yun yung binabalik-balikan niyang kopyahin. I think this time around, mukha niya na to. As in, drag face niya na to.
Yes, ang ganda-ganda ng mama natin. And then of course, let us get into our runway category, which is
Gosh with the Wind.
Wind.
Ang aming runway brief ay, basta dapat may nililipad na tela ng hangin.
Oh.
I guess, ikaw, what would you have done?
Shucks. Parang Siguro ang gagawin ko dyan, bukod dun sa, syempre kung nasa brief, hindi ko alam kasi na nasa brief pala yung tela. Pero nung nakita ko yung category, ang gagawin ko sana, kung ako yun nandun, parang yung kahit walang wind, mukhang hinahangin sa pa one side, lahat.
Sculptural.
The hair,
Correct.
the damit,
Oo.
and everything.
Correct. Which we saw, I think si Joe Black did something like that sa UK season 2. But yeah, hindi mo na kailangan ng wind, di ba? Bring your own.
Correct.
Ayan. Up first, we have Maxi.
ano yung na yun?
Hindi, na lang ako. Pero yung kay Maxi kasi, it's a cute look for me. Kaso lang, nakulangan ako sa concept. Hindi ko gets ko ano yung concept niya.
Ano siya, ang alam kong parang yung voice-over nito, parang ano yata siya, siya yung bagyo, she's the storm, parang storm cloud yata siya, kaya may ulan-ulan na ganong effect na fringe.
Okay, ang akala ko nung una parang Beyonce.
Ah.
Medyo mukhang Beyonce.
Okay, gets.
Diba?
Oo.
So ayun lang, medyo hindi lang masyado nag-translate sa akin yung concept niya.
Correct. I think as a concept for the Wind Runway, baka doon medyo iffy. But I think as a look, this was pretty solid. Because I think the last 2 weeks, si Maxi more on the whimsical, purple. Ito medyo villain, lady of
medyo
the night
darker.
naman.
Darker side ni Maxi.
Oo.
Ako ang ano lang, for me, hindi lang sobrang connected yung kulay nung fabric dun sa bodysuit, sa outfit. Parang, ang rehistro kasi sa akin here, the bodysuit is medyo more grayish. Tapos yung tela is very, parang a bright dark blue. So medyo disjointed siya na slight at the waist. Pero gusto ko yung overall silhouette na binibigay ni Maxi.
And then up next, we have Mix Chanel, ang ating weather girl. Minty Fresh, what say you?
Si Mix lang yung parang ganitong ruta no? Na parang campy. Kasi pagka nakuha mo yung brief na wind, ang una mong may isip is ethereal ka dapat.
Correct.
Josa. So parang, ayun, I love it na parang nag-campy ka dito. Correct.
Ako, self-critiquing, I remember kasi nung sa judges' critiques, they wanted a bit more either camp element. Ako, what I would have changed here, dadagdagan ko pa yung tela. Parang watching myself, nakukulangan ako dun sa tela. Pero inspiration ko kasi dito yung spring, summer ng Mugler 2024. Meron silang ganyan na still Mugler silhouette na suits, pero mas marami yung tela. Nakukulangan ako slight sa tela ko here.
And also, ang mga netizens kina-clock, ang nire-reference mo na...
Ang nire-reference ko dito is League of Legends Forecast Jana Skin. And I'm very happy na maraming nakagets. Kasi parang, yun yung thing ko with my package sa Drag Race. Parang, kailangan lagi may character.
Parang ito yung kinulang ni Maxi for me. Na parang, ito may story, fully realized yung concept, ganyan. Tsaka ito yung sinasabi ko sa yung mix na mug. Parang sobrang, ang ganda. Dito ka pinakamaganda for me.
Thank you po.
Tsaka feeling ko medyo kulang yung wind, no? Ako lang ba? Parang,
parang siya yung wind namin kasi nasa pinakaharap siya ng stage. So, unless tumapat ka dun sa pinakadulo, hindi niya masyado napipick up. Hindi siya hanggang, yung buga ng hangin, hindi hanggang likod. As in, doon ka lang sa may pinakaharap, dapat tatapat bababad.
Kasi ina-expect ko rin parang merong like 5 industrial fans sa harap nyo na tipong gumagano na yung mukha nyo.
Siya, blower siya sa may harap na stage, naka-angle. Hindi siya yung malaking industrial.
Got it.
Up next, we have Kiana. And her concept here was parang fall, autumn, fairy, kineso.
yun ba yung concept niya?
Ang sabi niya sa voiceover.
Kasi nakita ko yung parang pinost ni Kiana yung parang content niya for this look. Nasa desert siya.
Correct, nasa desert naman siya. So pick a season.
Correct. Pero maganda yung look. Maganda yung look. Gusto ko yung parang chains niya sa kanyang hair. And yung colors parang medyo gusto ko rin bagay sa skin tone niya yung mga bright na gano'n.
And I think maganda siyang departure again from last week na medyo again Lumilady of the Night, na itim. Tapos ito naman, ito yung mga spring
Medyo
summer
siya,
colors.
papunta na siyang pageant this time around.
Correct.
Yung cut ng dress is medyo mas pageantry.
Which I think is an added variation to what we've seen from Kiana naman so far. Up next, we have J. Quinn.
For me, what I really loved about this is her presentation. As in, binabad niya yung sarili niya sa hangin. Kaya nga nung nakita ko yung critique na parang kinulang daw, medyo na-confuse lang ako doon ng slight. Kasi binabad niya talaga, ginanon-ganon niya talaga yung buong costume niya sa may tapat ng wind.
Correct. Ako siguro, may kulang ako ng slight sa details ng dress.
Okay.
For me, kasi pagka
Okay,
malayo,
oo.
feeling ko isang kulay lang siya kasi parang medyo bland yung
Oo.
ano niya, 'di ba? So parang pag
Oo.
malayo, magiging isang ganun lang siya. But kung i-judge natin dun sa pagka-flowy, na-achieve naman ni J. Quinn 'yon. Pero ito, may isa akong problem with J. Quinn.
Isa lang.
Ah, hindi. Every runway, iisa lang yung mug niya. For me as a viewer. Kasi alam ko kung gaano kabilis si J. Quinn
Correct. Dahil
Mag-make
katrabaho.
up. Oo.
Nakakatabi ko yan sa mga gigs minsan. And ang bilis talaga niya. Matutulog pa nga yan minsan. Tapos pag halfway na ako, tsaka siya magsa-start.
Correct.
So parang mas marami siyang time to explore more sa makeup. Kasi 'di ba pagka lalabas ka ng runway, isipin mo yung lahat eh. Like,
Correct.
from makeup, hair, nails, everything.
Okay.
So sana tinodo pa niya yung makeup sa mga
Oo.
kahit sa mga past runways.
Oo. Gets. Para I feel like itong with this look, parang Hanfu kimono-esque. I think if she added a bit more of the details, yung mga accessories,
Details,
and
yes.
then yung sa mukha parang medyo mas geisha. I don't know if like I'm culturally appropriating sa comments ko right now, pero yung parang medyo mas Asian, medyo mas
Yes.
ornate yung makeup
Correct.
niya. Correct. Gets.
Gets. Up next, we have Popstar Bench na of course, disclaimer. Ano naman disclaimer? Sinabi naman sa Antak na talagang naging problema niya ang mga designers and even siya alam niya that this was not it. But with that being said, what say you, Minty Fresh?
Yun nga, sinabi ni Bench nga na hindi ito yung parang strongest niyang look. Kasi parang, di ba, the concept is hindi na new sa atin and the silhouette is not new rin. So parang kailangan mo itodo talaga kung if you wanna represent yung trans colors dun sa outfit mo. Sana mas bagong silhouette. Nakita niyo ba yung post ni Bench?
Yung bago.
redemption.
Oo.
Redemption. Sana yun, no? Sayang talaga. Pero si Bench naman kasi is a stunning queen. Yung tindig pa lang niya.
Oo, performer, stage presence.
Kaya niyang ibenta yan for sure.
I guess, ang question ko is, meron ka bang look nung season 1 na alam mong parang, okay, parang kailangan kong bawiin sa styling at sa accessories at sa wig to kasi alam kong hindi ito yung pasabog.
Alam mo yung look ko sa Snatch Game episode, yun yung weakest look na dala ko.
Anong...
Yung 2-in-1.
2-in-1.
Ay!
I think for a lot of the girls, it was
yes.
also their weakest look.
Pero for me, yun talaga yung weakest ko. As in, dumating ako doon nang hindi pa rin siya tapos. May mga tinahipa ako after the Snatch Game. Ang tagal ko pa mag-makeup. Tapos pressured pa ako na parang, oh my God, bottom yata ako. Parang sure na ako na shit. Bottom ako nito.
You can really only do so much na lang pag nandun, di ba?
Yes.
Kasi, yes, may fabric wall. Yes, pwede kang mag-alter. Pero yung oras naman ang kalaban mo. All of a
Correct.
sudden.
Ang kalaban mo dyan, yung mga look sa darating, itatapon mo lang sa box sa alis ka na. For sure, maraming girls na-experience na ganun talagang dadating na lang yung damit, wala kang time i-fit, wala kang time
Yes.
na mag-alter, dagdag na anything, pasok sa box, let's go.
Doon mo na siya first fitting sa loob.
Correct.
First fitting sa loob. Tapos kanya-kanyang adjustments.
Yes.
Oh my God. Up next, we have John Fideliaga na nakita na natin sa trailer but I think was still just as good seeing it in the episode, especially given yung performance sa Snatch Game.
Yes.
Si John, siya yung pinakamaliit sa batch nyo,
Yes.
sa cast nyo. Pero siya ang may pinakamalaking drag.
Oo, ang hilig niya lagi sa mga ano. Well, I
Correct.
think si Patrick Aizrena kasi had a lot
Yes.
had a big hand in John's package. As in talagang backdress kung backdress,
Yes.
big silhouette kung big silhouette. Talagang dito, binigyan niya tayo ng Victoria's Secret Angel Fantasy.
Na-achieve niya talaga yon. Kung magiging kung magiging nitpicky lang ako, hindi ko bet yung silhouette ng shoes. Gets ko na bagay siya sa,
Oo.
it's bulky. Nagmukha siyang maliit.
Gets.
Mm-mm.
Gets. Kasi
Pero-
parang tama na yung cut nung skirt para pahabain siya tapos biglang sumabit sa shoes.
Parang ang laki ng shoes lang
Oh,
for
I
me.
feel like if the shoe was more simple, kaya yung parang glass pageant heel na,
Yes, slim lang.
oo, subdued, hindi siya ago pansin. I think it would have made the
Yes.
legs look longer.
Yes.
Gets?
Ang gusto ko sa presentation ni John is alam niyang maganda siya.
Girl.
Alam niyang pinakakabog siya. Meron kasing ganong confidence yun eh. Di ba? Pag alam mong, oh come on guys, akin to.
In short, nakakapikon siya. Charis lang.
Oo, pagkalabas, nakita mo sa mukha niya parang, ganda ko ngayon, Victoria's Secret Angel ako ngayon. Tapos talagang yung rampa niya, ninamnam niya yung hangin, girl.
Speaking of that confidence, parang feeling ko ganun ka din nung ball challenge mo with the basahan look. Parang alam mo nang, guys, alam niyong I'm the one.
Medyo 80% yes. Pero kasi, sino ba yung yung kay Marina, nakita ko noon, parang shit, sana pala sinabotahe ko to. Kasi parang, ang linis rin kasi nung gawa ni Marina noon. Pero sabi ko, shit, dapat dapat ako to.
Correct.
Ganyan.
Up next, we have Zimbading giving you water in a wind category. Pero I mean, maganda yung look. Pero nung dinedescribe niya sa amin to na ang bet nga niya atake is water wet look, parang ako, hindi ba yung category natin ay wind? Pero maganda
Yes,
yung look.
maganda yung nandito. Ang hindi ko lang bet is yung, medyo naiklian ako doon sa fabric na nasa likod. Kung yun pala yung parang dapat maging star.
Oo.
Parang medyo naiklian ako. At saka yung fabric na yan kasi, light siya, pero pagka hinangin siya, medyo stiff tignan. Hindi siya
Oo.
like parang flowy
Oo.
na yung todong liquidy. So, tas medyo nakulangan rin pala ako sa ditong part.
Yung hair.
Oo, parang
Anong hair sa tingin mo ang okay sana doon?
siguro bigger or mas wet. Kung
Ako
yun
for
yung,
me, naisip ko mas mahaba, tapos hindi
Yes.
basa, para talagang gumagan
Yes.
sa likod niya yung buhok.
or kung basa man, basang-basa, tapos meron mga nasa mukha.
Oo.
diba?
Oo,
Yung
para
parang-
editorial.
Correct.
Ano
Hindi
nga to
fresh sa
eh.
All
Nung nakita ko to,
Stars.
sabi ko, hindi ba last week yung fractals runway natin? Kasi medyo fractals na rin siya. Hindi
Correct.
masyadong
3D.
nag-register yung, meron siya mga tendrils, yung mga parang hibla-hibla ng plastic dito na hinahangin din. Maganda rin on screen. I think actually hindi siya masyadong nag-register sa camera, pero in person, maganda yung look niya. Pero, actually hindi, walang pera. Maganda yung look niya.
Maganda yung, nakita ko yun, yung mga parang, anong tawag doon? Basta parang mga clear
Oo,
na.
correct.
Oo, plastic na
Yes.
gumagalaw din sa wind.
Glue stick na Up next, we have Tita Baby. Can I just say, ito yung tipong, ang ganda ng presentation, ang ganda ng look, ang ganda ng styling. Parang ako personally, no notes.
Yan yung sinasabi kong fabric ko, yung galaw ng fabric.
Oo.
Sobrang ganda nung kay Tita Baby, nung galaw. Tapos ang gusto ko din, parang, yung, ang peg ba niya dito is like parang byuda-byuda.
Oo.
Ganon.
Yes, oo.
Di ba
Black Widow.
medyo related siya sa Snatch Game character niya.
Correct.
Kamatayan,
diba?
tas yung byuda.
Correct.
So
diba?
parang, ang galing.
Yeah, and then, ang pinakamaganda pa dito, she was selling sex in
Oo.
such a way na
Correct.
parang it was so powerful and it was shame-free and talagang, oo, pinatay ko yung asawa ko at naghahanap ako ng bagong boylet tonight. Anong
Correct.
problema doon?
Sabi nga ni Tita Baby sa verse niya, body femme fatale. As in, pinapakita niya dito na,
Yes.
no matter what age, you can still be sexy. Ito for me, parang so far, yung pinaka tumatak sa akin, pinaka quintessential Tita Baby look na without, kasi I mean natin sa Drag Race, marami tayong costumey pieces na hindi naman natin susuotin sa labas.
Yes.
I think ito yung best look niya na kaya pa rin niyang suotin sa labas, no questions asked.
Ang
Yes.
favorite ko rin yung isang clip na meron siyang pinupunit na tinatapon.
Oo,
Tapos
parang
yung
rose
choreography ng
petals.
camera nun. Galing nun, Drag Race Philippines.
Ang ganda nung meron kaming moving cam.
Correct.
Kasi sa Drag Race, diba, para laging gitna, kanto,
Yes.
tas yung sumusunod. Ito may moving cam na yung
Crane ba yun? Tama rin.
Oo.
hindi yung naka-backpack. Meron din naka-crane, tas meron din yung parang naka-backpack na sinusundan kami. Ang ganda nung
Wala
camera
kayo
work
nun?
ng runway.
Meron kami noon.
Okay.
Hindi ko na alam kung ginamit.
Pero medyo extra ang camera work ng runways
Yeah.
this season,
Ganda,
napansin
ganda.
ko.
I love it.
And then of course, we have Angel as an angel.
I really like this. I just wish there was a little more opening sa chest. Yun lang
Oo.
naman. Because may mga certain angles na parang walang leeg si Angel. And I think medyo running comment ko to sa kanya dahil nga mahal na mahal ko siya.
Parang something fresh kay Angel for me to. Parang kasi lagi siyang hubad eh.
Mm.
'Di ba? Ito balot na balot siya, ang ganda ng movement ng fabric, tapos puti, ang linis. Yeah, ang ganda.
Tsaka again, yung pinaka-skill ni Angel in terms of the runway is yung pagbenta. Yung talagang, same yung fabric niya na medyo, yung flowy pero may bigat. Yung sinasabi
Yes.
medyo stiff. Pero yung pagkaka-present niya, as in talaga
Oo.
winawas-iwas niya and the way that it falls, as in mukha talaga siyang very gentle angel wing-like. Yun yung, for me, pinaka-nagbenta nung look is her runway presentation.
Sinong favorite look mo this week?
Oh my God, parang ang hirap naman. Tita Baby siguro.
Aha.
Oo, kasi dahil doon sa, yun nga, nung sinabi mong nasa brief yung tela talaga. Sa kanya kasi yung pinakamagandang flow ng tele.
Tsaka ang mamahalin tingnan ng tela niya, may
Yes.
nag-flow siya, tapos maganda yung talbog ng ilaw.
Yes, tapos yun nga, may connect pa yung runway niya dun sa Snatch
Snatch
game
game.
niya.
Correct. So parang in fairness, mahal na mahal ni Papa Jesus.
Correct.
Si
Si
Tita Baby.
kamatayan.
Si kamatayan. Siguro pinagdasal siya ni Zimbading. Kaya siya malakas kay Jesus. Meron ba ditong look that you would actually wear? Closest to what you would wear with maybe a few alterations.
Yung kay Zimba. Siguro yun yung pinaka nagsiscream na ako. Pero except yung fabric.
Okay.
Hindi ko rin susuot yung fabric.
But you would wear yung parang
Yes.
armor pieces.
Maganda yun,
Ganda
maganda
talaga nun. Tapos pinrayan lang niya no lip sync.
Buti na lang wala lumabas sa kulay.
Ano nga yung in-spray niya nun?
Spray paint yun, parang yung sa lip sync yun ni Briggs.
Kasi
Pero
parang
hindi
walang
niya
nangyari.
hindi niya naalog yung paint, so hindi lumalabas yung
Correct.
kulay.
Yung sabi niya sa viewing party na parang, flop.
Oo, parang
Kasi
production sana pinost-process nyo, diragdagan nyo na. We find out this week ang ating save, Kiana breaking her top streak for the
Correct.
first time. Si Maxi din nagpahinga from deliberations
Correct.
and Popstar Bench.
Correct.
Our tops are John Fideliaga, Tita Baby, and Angel. And then, ang bottom in real life, myself, charot, Jay Quinn and Zimbading.
So, do you agree with the placements?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, sister.
Hindi ko na ma-deny. Abangan if I will have better episodes in the future.
Pero I think tama rin naman yung placements here, and I really think clear na yung tops were Tita Baby, John, and Angel. And in terms of judges' critiques, I think sana lang in-include ng judges more Tita Baby. Only because parang, ito na kasi yung first time na makritik ni Tita Baby. So parang feeling ko, more flowers.
Oo, first
I
time
think.
Yes.
since I think first time since her lip sync episode.
Correct. And ikaw, hindi ka pa nagpapahinga. Lagi ka pa rin nasa deliberation.
Oo
5
nga.
linggo na.
Kamusta ang mga paa mo?
Alam mo, at this point, yung alak na ako. Kasi syempre, nung episode 1, top. So, and nakutuban ko na baka lip sync for the top. Ako kasi, ayoko nang nagpo-perform ng may anything eh. Gusto ko malinaw yung utak ko pa nagpo-perform. So, episode 1, di ako nakainom. Episode 2 lang ako bumalik ng main stage na medyo lasing. Kasi sabi ko, okay na ako. Safe, at least safe na ako dito. High na ako, manalo, matalo. Okay na ako, pwede na ako uminom. And then, 3 episodes in a row nasa bottom. So, yung anxiety ko all-time high na para, halos hindi ko nagalawin yung alak. As in, hawak ko onting inom, pero talagang kabado na ako na, baka mag-lip-sync na naman si Bading.
Kaya daw tayo sponsor ni Absolute.
Kasi hindi ko na-experience sa loob.
Babawi na daw ngayon. Oo. So, ikaw sa Snatch Game, what do you remember in terms of, going through deliberation? Sabi mo kanina, you had a feeling na. Pero, I guess, share more of like what you remember.
Alam mo, pilit ko nang kinakalimutan to ba? Pero alam mo ba, naalala ko lang na parang nung Snatch Game, nung nag-air yung Snatch Game namin, nasa Bekenemen ako.
Yes.
And sabi ko kay Baus, hindi ko kayang manood sa
Yes.
baba. Kasi cringy talaga siya sa akin. Parang never ko pinanood yung episode ng straight na pinanood ko siyang ganyan. Kahit ngayon, pag binabalikan ko yung season, skip ko yung Snatch Game. Kasi cringy talaga. As in,
But I think, also to just somebody who is a fan of Minty, if you have been to the roasts namin ni Eva, the way Minty has turned into like a comedy queen. Every time may roast po at nandun si Minty, kailangan nyo siyang
Sobrang
panoorin.
ganda.
Because I kid you not, and I hope I don't regret saying this, there is an all-star season and Minty is there and there is a roast challenge.
Girl.
Medyo matakot kayo sa kanya.
Kaya rin gine-gatekeep ng Playhouse ang roast at talagang bawal ang recording kasi you have to be there to experience.
sana po, nananawagan po ako sa Drag Race na sana wala na pong Snatch Game. Kung kukunin niyo po ako sa All Stars, roast na lang po. Hindi, alam mo ba, since sa roast kasi, siguro, yun nga, medyo nalalabas ko yung humor ko doon. Kasi, as ako, pag Snatch Game kasi, kailangan mo magpatawa somebody else.
Correct.
So, parang feeling ko hindi ko siya forte.
Or added challenge siya na
Yes.
hindi mo pa nagagamay. Because feeling ko naman, lahat naman tayo, kaya naman gawin lahat with the
Yes.
right environment.
Feeling ko if you find the character na parang pinakapasok sa humor mo at meron nung parang license to roast na character, feeling ko
Pag-iisipan natin yun kung sino.
And more on your Snatch Game episode, I guess, na-feel nyo ba ni Briggs na kayo yung magli-lip sync, especially coming from, a fight a few weeks before?
Oh my
How
God.
did that parang come about?
pang-choy ko lang, ngayon ko na-realize yung parallel na sabi mga ball winners, parehong flop sa Snatch Game. At ang nakalip-sync ay parehas, House of D.
Oh my God. Pero kamusta yung conversation nun? Kasi I'm always curious to find out, like, pag alam yung kayong dalawa yung mag-lip sync, medyo it's a very delicate position to be in.
Kasi di ba pag sinushoot natin yung Snatch Game, ang haba niya eh. Nung mga umpisa kasi, nung nakita ko yung look ni Brigading, hindi ko in-expect na kami yung magiging bottom kasi akala ko ang galing niya.
Ricky din kasi is very good at impersonating sa performance. As in, pag nag-Freddie Mercury siya, etong si,
Si Elizabeth Ramsey.
pag nag-Elizabeth Ramsey siya sa performance, magaling si Briggs mag-impersonate as a performer.
Tapos kung makita mo siya noon, in person, parang, ay, captured niya.
Oo.
Tapos nag-take na kami ng Snatch Game, parang, ayan, parang medyo nagpa-flop siya. Kasi nasa unahan din siya eh. So parang, ang hirap rin sigurong mag-isip agad. Tapos ako naman, kalagitnaan ng Snatch Game, nung walang naglaland sa mga jokes ko, parang, ay, iinom na lang ako. Kasi parang may props ako doon na alak, and totoong alak siya, and may refill. Kasi parang sabi ko, paano kaya dadayain yung production na kailangan may malasing ako para malabas, hindi ako kabahan, malabas ko yung humor ko, ganyan. Ay, may props po akong alak, pengi po akong pang-refill. Kasi
Alam mo, kung na-chika mo yan before, sana hinanapan ko din ng paraan. Kasi feeling ko mas magaling ako nung, hindi ko naman sinasabing magaling talaga ako, pero feeling ko mas maganda yung mga jokes ko nung medyo may amats pa ako nung simula eh.
At saka parang hindi ka na mahihiya sa gagawin.
Correct.
Saka alam mo yung isa sa mahirap sa Snatch Game, nung pinifilm siya, pag nag-joke ka, kahit have, walang tatawa.
Yes.
Wala ring sound effects. So para kang nagjo-joke na wali kahit have ka.
Correct.
So parang ang hirap nun. So parang ang mindset ko nung nagtitape kami ng Snatch Game is, sana matapos na to. Please, please, Lord. Sana hindi na ako tanongin ni Mama Pao. Ganun yung sa isip ko. Tapos parang, medyo tinatamaan ako ng alak, nagiging viewer na lang ako. Pinapanood ko si Eva. Katabi ko si Marina noon.
Correct.
Marina and Eva. Panood na lang ako sa kanila kay Silhouette.
Naging fan ka din sa Snatch
Naging fan ka
Game.
na.
Hindi na ako umorder ng sisig kasi may alak na ako. Ganun.
Okay, so we find out that the winner of this week's Maxi Challenge and the winner this week is Angel. Palakpakan natin. Deserve na deserve.
And best wishes sa kanya. Kinasal siya.
Correct, diba?
Mabuhay ang bagong kasal.
Buhay ang bagong kasal. I mean, talaga nga namang mahal na mahal siya ni Papa Jesus dahil nanalo na siya during the week na andun yung crush niya. So,
Correct.
sana all lang talaga.
Correct. Sana all kinakasal sa main stage ng Drag Race, no? Diba? Para siya lang yata yung kaya mag-say nun.
Correct. First time ever. Sabi ni RuPaul, parang binigyan mo ako ng idea for season 18. And then we find out na ang magli-lip sync ay si J. Quinn at si Zimbading. I think, on paper, we kind of already knew who was gonna win. I mean, this was J. Quinn's second time lip syncing. We all know Zimba to be a fierce performer. But during this performance, anong masasabi mo, Min?
Pero alam mo, to be fair with J. Quinn, kung hindi ganyan yung outfit niya, feeling ko kaya niyang tapatan si Zimba sa mga stunts. Magaling rin to si J. Quinn sa mga split-splitan na ganyan. Pero ayun nga, parang nalamon siya ng slight ni Zimba.
Si Zimba, simula pa lang sabi niya,
Laban na laban si Bading.
fuck this costume, wala akong paki basta mag-perform ako.
Parang feeling ko nga, ang haba nung edit nung lip sync because I think even the second verse I think was included in the lip sync because I think the editors really wanted Zimba's full power to be like displayed. Kasi kita natin may peaks and valleys siya kahit puro pasabog lang ginagawa niya.
Nahirapan si J. Quinn sa costume niya this time around. But also, ang clever nung ngayon, like, as we're watching it now, ang clever nung sinimulan niya yung Geronimo with choreography ni Sarah Geronimo.
Kaya naman daw niya mag-comedy din kasi, ni-redeem lang niya. I think J. Quinn still put up a good fight. It wasn't like a done deal and I still, commend J. Quinn for, feeling ko naman by this time, alam na siguro ni J. Quinn that the writing was kind of on the wall already. So, but that is it. Zimba lives to slay another day at si J. Quinn will sashay away. Ano ang message mo sa iyong dating Nectar sister na ngayon Drag Race sister mo na?
Carry lang yan, Miss J. Queen. Actually, mas gusto ko mag-message sa tao kasi parang keep it easy naman kay J. Queen na parang nag-try siya ng best niya and pinakita naman niya yung tunay na siya. Ganyan talaga siya in real life. In short, annoying rin siya in real life. Charis lang. Hindi, I mean, nabigyan naman niya tayo ng TV gold, diba? Kahit papano. And I'm sure, kahit hate niyo siya, following episodes, may miss niyo na wala nang nangaasar sa inyo. Wala na kayong kinaiinisan, I mean. So, ayun.
Anything else you're looking forward to ngayong nasa kalahati na tayo na season 3? Ano mga expectations mo, mga predictions?
Grabe kasi yung season. So parang kahit mag-expect ka, iba yung lalabas. Parang unexpected. Ay, may mga panggulat lagi. So yun na lang i-expect ko na magugulat ako ng magugulat. Ganyan. And Wala, sobrang ganda nung season na to.
Sino ang nasa Final Four mo? If you were to make a Final Four now.
Hala.
Well, not now. Given na may mga challenges pang paparating, sino sa tingin mo yung kayang masustain and go all the way? Don't feel pressure to include Nix's
okay
name
lang.
there.
Ayan, hindi ako
Bottom ear ako
nape-pressure
naman.
Don't worry, top 5 ka.
At least pantay sa'yo dun sa ranking mo.
Yes. Kasi maganda rin si Mix, tapos mas mataas pa yung wish ko sa kanyang top sa akin. So, hindi, top 5 ka lang din. Kasi Tita Baby, of course. Si Kiana. Kasi ang galing ni Kiana every week, no? Kaya lang
Siya
kaya ito
nagpa-flop,
magbo-bottom.
diba?
Sana next week naman.
Sana all hindi nagpa-flop.
Correct. Medyo nakakaasar na rin siya. Yung Galang Sisters.
Galang Sisters.
And si Zimba.
Okay.
Sino pa ba? Si Mix lang yata hindi ko sinabi. Si Mix Chanel.
For me, si John,
Sino ba?
parang feeling ko, utang
John,
na bigyan nyo
oh
na
my
ng win si
God.
John.
Girl.
Nakatatlong linggo na.
Alam mo, ito pala yung, si John pala yung pinaka gumulat sa akin.
Mhm.
Hindi ko in-expect na ganito pala siya kagaling. Akala ko nga magiging, sorry John no offense, parang magiging one-note siya, parang kung ano yung nakikita ko sa kanya online sa mga viral videos niya, parang akala ko ganun lang ipapakita niya sa Drag Race.
I think maraming nag-expect ng ganun sa kanya. Kaya mas talagang nagugulat yung mga tao with like 3 weeks in the top, consistent. At ayun nga, parang nagkukumahog pa nga ng mga tao na parang robbed daw siya
Correct.
of a win ilang weeks na.
3 na siya, episodes na almost the win na,
Oo.
no?
Diba? Who knows, diba? Next week, we are getting the Rusical. But that is it. Maraming salamat, Minty Fresh, for joining
Thank
us.
you, Mix.
Kaya lang kailangan ibalik ka namin dito. Pero maraming
Correct.
salamat.
Go, tawagan nyo lang ako, game ako.
I'm pretty
Oo.
sure gustong-gusto ng mga tao mga input mo sa ating runway.
Correct.
Marami nga nagsasabi, gusto nilang fashion photo review with you.
Actually, bet ko rin yan.
Diba?
Pero, parang kasi ang sinasama nila sa akin, si Ver, parang hindi ko masyadong bet. I like that for her. Nakasama niya ako. Pero for me, not for me though. Charis lang.
And on that note, where can the children follow you on socials kung hindi pa? And kung hindi pa, bakit?
Sana i-follow niyo naman ako kung hindi pa, no? 3 seasons na yung search niyo lang Minty Fresh, lalabas na yan. @Min Ortiz. Sa lahat ng platforms. Tsaka, pwede ba ako mag-invite?
Of course!
Magkakaroon ako ng birthday show kasi birthday month ko na. So parang magkaka-birthday show po ako this September 14 sa Nectar. So magkita-kita tayo. Nandyan si Ver, guest siya.
Oh, yeah.
Buti naman na paunlakan mo.
Yes, charity work.
I guess ang tanong namin, every season may kaaway ka, di ba?
May umaaway sa akin.
Wow,
Di ba yun?
biktima ka.
Ah.
Palakpakan
Yes.
natin, Minty, biktima fresh.
Yes.
Biktima siya.
Minty the congenial victim.
So, asahan ba namin may makakaaway ka sa season 4?
Nag-open ako ng auditions actually na pwede ko makaaway sa season 4. Mag-audition muna kayo sa akin bago kayo sumali para.
Para at least, di ba, may airtime.
Yes.
Correct. And that is it. Thank you so much, Min.
Thank you.
That was Minty, the Fantasy Fresh. And on our next segment, we will be interviewing our most recent eliminated sister, Jay Quinn. Abangan! And welcome back for those of you that decided to stay. Sa mga umalis, sorry. Charot.
Bakit marami bang nasabi si Min? Hala.
Hindi,
Alis sila dahil nandito ka.
Oo, baka ayaw nila makinig
okay.
sa'yo. Charot.
Okay,
Ayaw
late
nila
ko na
makinig
get.
sa'yo.
Okay. Kasi medyo ang dami kasing love simula kagabi. Hindi ko masyado
so
nakita
much
yung
love.
So much
So much
love. Well, talaga. But anyway, we have Jay Quinn here. Ang ating latest evictee episode
Following the
5.
tradition of exit interviews. Pero hindi na siya yung pinag-runaway critiques namin kasi nga, ika nga ay delulok queen. Charot.
Yeah.
At repetitive siya.
At saka bakla, hindi talaga ako fashion queen. Cosplay queen talaga. Like, give nyo sa akin yung cosplay talaga si Bading. So, parang mali na mag-critic si bakla ng mga runways. Bakla hindi.
So first of all, congratulations sa True Girl ka. Huwag natin kakalimutan yun.
Salamat.
And it has been less than 24 hours since nag-air yung elimination episode mo. So, kamusta ka at this very moment?
Sobrang relieved lang ng feeling.
You finally got on the show, but before this, did you audition ba for seasons 1 or 2?
Nag-audition ako ng season 1, walang callback. Feeling ko nasa draft.
Okay.
Feeling ko nasa draft, baka wala ko internet.
Or baka nasa recycled bin.
Yes. Sabi na, bakla tsaka ka pa nung time na to, wag muna. Season 2 nag-audition ako. Munti ka na. Kawawa naman si bakla, three times na. Give na natin. Give na natin mga be.
So this has been a dream of yours for, quite some time. So how does it feel na even with, the the unnecessary things you received online that you still got to be a Rue girl?
Sobrang saya kasi mileage to ng career. Kasi to be honest, akala ko yung mapapansin sa akin, yung branding nung daga. Hindi yung napansin sa akin ng ibang tao na sumusuporta. Halang cute niya out of drag. Parang okay.
So yun na yung branding mo ngayon, cute.
Out of drag. Oo, cute out of
Cute
drag.
in general.
Cute in drag pagbigyan. Oo, ganun.
Cute cosplayer.
Cute cosplayer.
Cute cosplayer, shut up ka muna.
Oo. Cute cosplayer, puro corkinet.
And then, you talk about mental health a lot.
Yes, actually.
And as the resident guidance
As a
counselor
resident
and therapist,
psychologist, charot. Na-wrap up naman to sa story mo in itong elimination episode mo. I actually didn't know this happened. Na nagkaroon kayo ng conversation ni Angel and you brought up the fact that aside from having ADHD, marami ka pang other mental ailments and afflictions. Do you want to open up and share more about that?
Yung buhay kasi ni Bakla parang sunod-sunod na disaster si Bakla. Kasi nagsimula yung Great Depression ni Bakla nung na-bankrupt yung family. Tapos parang ang daming doon ako nagsimula mag-show ng signs ng depression. Then parang laging kailangan combo anxiety. Tapos parang nung nagpa-check ako, parang ayun nga. Parang girl, malala ka na. Tapos late diagnosed ADHD ka pa. Kasi nung may pera na ako, after magdraga, doon ako nagpa-psych kasi hindi ko kayang manghingi sa mama ko.
Okay, so nung most recent episode, kayong dalawa, bottom 3. Sa
Actually,
Untucked,
3 weeks coming in the bottom together.
very good.
Pasabog yung bonding namin.
Trauma bonding, di ba? Oh yeah, trauma bonding. So, nung hindi pa i-announce na si Jay Quinn at si Zimba yung magli-lip sync, what were the conversations that the two of you had?
In episode 4, napakita siya ng slide sa Untucked na parang inaano ko pa siya eh. Parang minomoral support ko pa siya even if I was on the bottom with her. Because the thing is, if ako nababaliw na nun,
Mas nababaliw ako.
oo.
Mas nababaliw
Usually
ako nun.
ganyan. But when
Oo.
we're in the same situation, if ako nautik na ako, eto,
Mas
kailangan
nababaliw ako.
Oo. So in episode 4, we had the same conversation na bakla hindi lalaban tayo. Kasi I think me, her, and Yudi were all in a very similar position at that time.
Okay.
Na the competition really was getting to us. In this episode, nagkaroon ako ng opportunity na desidido na ako eh. Kaya rin napili ko si Rufus. Desidido na ako na kailangan kong, I need to breathe. I need to bounce back and breathe. Pero siya kasi nagkaroon siya nung conversation, nung table talk.
Sa Antak parang nung nanood kasi ako ng Antak, so parang hindi pa rin ramdam ng girls na parang pag nautik ako, matagal siya. Buong araw tayo nag-film, buong araw ko siyang ramdam.
Yes.
So parang yun lang.
And Untucked, hindi na siya napakita this time around kasi feeling ko medyo anticlimactic na. Nag-iyakan kami kasi akala namin kami ni mag-lip sync. I thought Zimba would have been saved by her look. So we had this moment of like, nag-usap na kami na anong mangyayari.
Oo, nag-decide na kami na kami yung bottom 2. Nag-decision na kami, tayo na to. First duet natin together to pasabog.
We had that moment and in that conversation din, nalatag niya na sa akin na medyo if she was the one to go home, mas
Happy na akong uuwi. Kung siya yung mag-i-stay. Kung sa pag nag-lip sync kami dalawa. Happy na ako kung makakapag-stay siya.
Kaya nung tinawag yung pangalan ko na safe ako, parang a big sigh of relief na siya, at least on my end, na parang na hindi ako mag-lip sync ulit. But also at the same time, syempre, she's still in the bottom and kinakabahan pa rin ako for her.
Ako sigh of relief yun para sa akin kasi pag kaming dalawa nagli-lip sync, umiiyak talaga ako sa Geronimo. Geronimo.
So, when you found out na kayong dalawa ni Zimba yung mag-lip sync, did you know it was a done deal? Or to you, it was still, oh no, I still very much have a fighting chance here, given that, you were just in the bottom a few weeks ago and then si Zimba was on top. Just like, how did you assess this situation?
Dahil nga overstimulated na ako, naka-autopilot ako, wala akong inisip. As in, blanco lang ako. Ang nasa isip ko lang nung time na yun, Geronimo, they're falling like they're dominoes. Yun na lang. Parang, grabe man lamon si Zimba sa lip sync. Wala yun sa isip ko. Sabi ko, kailangan lang natin gawin to. kailangan mo lang mag-perform, go na yan. You have a job to do.
And then, even with all the craziness and the ups and downs that happened sa Drag Race, what are some of the fond memories that you are taking with you?
Maraming fun memories, pero mostly kasi off-camera nangyayari yung mga fun memories eh. Pag mga break time talaga, yung tumatakbo si Ver ng nakapanty, yun yung pang favorite kong times talaga. Yung mga chill na off-cam moments. Yung alam naming, ay hindi kami binabantayan ngayon.
Okay.
Pwede tayong mag-spread ng legs, ganun. Pwede tayong mag-let go for a brief moment, lalo na pag mga lunch breaks. Yun yung mga favorite ko, yun yung mga favorite kong nangyari sa Drag Race. Kasi pag on-cam na, pag nagro-roll na kami, si Bakla, yung utak na naman ni Bakla nasa outer space na naman.
Nasa aliens na naman.
Nasa mga aliens na naman yung utak ko kasi, hala, anong nangyayari? So, lahat ng naalala ko sa Drag Race, mostly blurred. Parang hindi ako nakasalamin or naka-contact lens. Blurred lang siya.
Given that, is there anything that you learned or processed after the filming, and kamusta yun now that tapos na yung airing, na-eliminate ka na?
Wala akong regrets after nung filming. Masaya lang ako na nandun ako. And napakita ko yung unique drag style ni Bakla. Compared to now, marami akong regrets. Yeah, sobrang dami kong regrets. Tsaka, ang lungkot kasi this time, hindi lang ako yung na-disappoint sa sarili ko. Pati yung team ko at yung drag family ko. Feeling ko na-disappoint ko sila. Lalo na sa napakita ng show na lumabas sa akin. Yun yung pinaka iniisip ko ngayon. Like, yung mga anak ko, parang ako kasi na-filter out ko na yung social media ko. Kung ano yung mga gusto kong makita. Sila kasi, nakikita nila lahat.
Gets. Yeah, that's tough.
Akala ko stress na ako. Hindi ko alam. Mas iniiyakan nila yung mga nababasa nila online.
Well, you've really gotten like an unfair amount of, of hate, of animosity, and you've taken it like a real champ. So I see, the fight that you give to just make sure na you still show up. So, you pat yourself on the back for just doing a great job and giving yourself grace.
Yeah,
and the real race really happens after the show.
Yeah.
I know medyo cheesy siya, but I've been around enough Fruit Girls for the last few years to know na parang it's really what you do after the show. So
Yeah.
And I think getting on the show itself is its own big achievement. Like, no matter what people can say about us that we're on the show, at the end of the day, they're watching us. We get to showcase our drag, and hindi man tayo magustuhan ng lahat ng tao, but there will be someone out there somewhere that will resonate with our personalities, our stories, our drag.
Yeah.
So I guess, trying to look into a bright future, where do you plan to take your drag next?
Yung drag ko. Kasi, wina-weaponize against me hindi ka drag queen, cosplayer ka. Babe, that's the point. Yun yung drag ko. Love letter ko siya to a lot of Asian boys na parang ginawa nilang playground yung cosplay to feel like a woman or to feel feminine. Parang mas doon papunta yung trajectory ng branding ko. Like, I want to collaborate with Alodia, with Myrtle Sarosa. Yun yung mga level. Sila Prince de Guzman na na mga cosplayer. Parang doon papunta yung route na gusto ko. Not just the art form of drag, also the art form of cosplay.
Got
Like, doon siya papunta.
Yeah. And I think that's very exciting. And I think that lane is wide open for you.
Yeah.
So,
But also, right before our season started airing, you also released a single.
A single, yeah. Yun naman yung mga bala ko out of drag. Oo. Kasi parang napansin nung team ko na gumagawa ng music ko. Hi, Pancho. Parang, like, kahit may mga snarky remarks ka out of drag, may mga nakukitan sa'yo out of drag, feeling ko i-push natin yun. I-push natin yung Kasi kaya naman best of both worlds. So parang, I want to make more music out of drag. Kasi give na natin si Maxi talaga yung Pablo Bitar na drag queen singer.
Oo.
Yeah. Give natin yung bagets na nagpipiling singer. Oh, go. Ako na yun.
Idol lang.
Idol lang, bakla. Cute lang. Parang doon na papunta. Oo. Pag out of drag naman.
we're excited to see where that takes you. But thank you so much, Jay Quinn, for joining us here and also for joining us sa viewing parties. Suki ka ng viewing parties namin. Season 1 pa lang. So just thank you. You're a Rue girl. And we'll see you out there.
Thank you.
Is there any last messages you want to say to
Yes.
anyone in general? Bahala ka dyan.
Oo.
Ayan. Kung makita nyo po ako sa sa mga viewing party, wag nyo po akong papatumbahin, parang awan nyo na. Eme lang yung mga sinasabi ko sa Twitter, mga sis, baka totohanin nyo. Sabi, hala, patulan natin to. Kasi nag-tweet ako nung nakaraan, sabi ko, Kung gusto niyo akong patumbay, nandito po ako sa South Mall.
Gago!
Sige, tatanggalin kita sa lineup namin kasi parang security risk ata yun.
Lang, hindi yan.
Kailangan niya ng 3 bouncer for her especially. Charot.
Pero yun na nga. Saan tayo?
Yeah. Anyway, tell the children where they can find you.
You can find me on my social media. Follow nyo lang ako sa Instagram, yun na lang. Huwag na sa iba. d.jquin para pasabog. Kasi doon ako active. And listen to my single on Spotify at saka Apple Music.
What is the name of the
Low.
single?
Love on Low.
Love on Low.
Yes. About siya sa patagong paglalandi.
Oh, something
Ano siya, kantang pang Carfan.
Tsaka pang Carpa, yung kunwari hindi kayo out, tapos kailangan nyo ng magtago, pero puro yung mga hotel. So, magsasakyan na lang kayo, magtago kayo sa damo.
Laro.
tipid pa, nakatulong ka pa ng isang feelingerang singer pag stinrim mo.
Diba?
Diba?
Pasabog mo yun.
And that is it. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. And I think you can leave comments on Spotify too. So yes, follow us on Instagram. That's at @BeckenMNPod. I am Baus Rufo on Instagram. And hey, it's Baus on TikTok.
I am at mix.chanel or at mixchanel everywhere.
And that is it. Bye!
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 The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.